back to News Geelong on the last evening of this year, 2010. Australia has some of the finest horses in the world, and horseback is a wonderful way to see this magnificent country, as Damian Byrne is about to experience, all for the cause of cancer research at the Royal Children's Hospital, as Nicholls reports.
Well, News Geelong has had some interesting stories over 2010, but none more interesting than this one, where Damian Byrne from Jan Juck is going to ride a pack horse 5,400 kilometres all the way up to Cooktown. This is Nelly. He's practising at the moment with Nelly down here in the Surf Coast, and we wish him all the best. We're going to talk about this great adventure with Damian. What inspired you to do this, Damian?
Well, I just wanted to do a long ride with the horse type thing, and I thought I wanted to do something for the Children's Hospital as well. So I sort of amalgamated them both together and come up with this idea to do it this way, because it's by doing something big like this, you sort of attract attention of people and to make them sort of think about what's going on. So I thought I'd do something big to get the sort of most coverage for the hospital as what I can.
Well, this is something big. It's going to take 2 years out of your life, and just a soul-searching journey for you as well.
Oh, mate, very much so, mate, very much so. Be a lot of difficult, harsh times that I'll be going through, and a bit of loneliness and that sort of thing, but also meeting all characters on the way and sort of testing yourself and challenging yourself and raising money at the same time for the cause. So it'll all sort of, I think it'll be good. Charlie Lovick and Glenda have taken me under their wing and given me a bit of a hand, and because he was also the master of horses in the Mam Snow River movies. So he taught Tom Burleson how to ride up there, and so yes, I'm staying with them, and they're giving me a bit of a hand on the way and getting me up and ready so I can tackle it with hopefully success.
Well, you look like an experienced horseman anyway. You look the part.
Ah, thank you.
And I'm sure you can carry it on, but it's a website that people can check, childrenscancerride.com.au. Pretty simple if they want to help you along your way with sponsorship.
Yeah, it's very easy. You just get onto the website, www.childrenscancerride.com.au, and you can just follow the links. There's a donations page there, and that goes straight through to the hospital. So that's and all the funds, of course, are directly going into the Children's Cancer Centre. There's no other administration type things, whatever. So it's totally devoted to that.
Reporting from a lovely spot here on the Surf Coast on this beautiful morning, Nicholls with Nelly and Damian for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. The natural amphitheatre of the grass slopes of Torquay's front beach is highlighted with a line of mature Norfolk pines that allow plenty of shade and a great spot for a picnic. The pines have been on the sick list recently, but as Nicholls reports, look to be on the way to recovery.
Well, people who come to the Torquay seaside area will be very familiar with these Norfolk pine trees. They've been here almost 100 years. But during this last 12 months, they've taken a little bit of a battering because of the water restrictions, the drought, and corellas, pesky little critters that they are, have been eating the treetops. But happy to say, they've returned to the wetlands. We've had plenty of rain, and a special arborist from Lawn has given them the all clear. Stephen Bailey says they're making a tremendous recovery. We're speaking with the Chief Executive Officer of the Great Ocean Road Coast Committee, Richard Davies, about this wonderful recovery.
The rainfall we've had this winter and spring, which is the best rainfall we've had for probably 7 or 8 years, combined with the fact that the corellas, who have been causing a lot of problems eating the soft foliage at the top of the trees, they've all gone back inland into inland Australia and Victoria, and so they're no longer damaging the trees.
Well, you went to great lengths to have an arborist take a very close look at it, and we're happy with his report by the sound of things.
Look, we had the same arborist look at these trees 2 years ago and determined that it was stress due to drought and bird damage. He's since looked at them again 2 months ago and really given them a clean bill of health. They will start to reshoot, which you can see on the tops of some of the damaged trees, and we've also removed some of the dead wood from them so that the trees as they are now are in fairly good condition. We just need to hope that they then regrow up towards the top.
Well, they certainly look a lot healthier, and the fact is they've been here for 100 years. I think next year is the centenary of the planting of these trees.
Look, we believe that's true, Ian, that 1911 was the planting year for these trees, as was a lot of other trees on the eastern seaboard of Australia. So we're looking at doing something special at the committee here to celebrate that centenary.
Well, they stand out, don't they? People from New South Wales would think a little piece of home when they come to Torquay, because so many of their famous beaches have the Norfolk pines.
They do, yes, right up to Queensland, Coolangatta, Burleigh Heads, and they're just an iconic Australian tree. In
front of the iconic Norfolk pine trees in Torquay, this is Ian Nicholls for News Geelong.
Looking back at the year of 2010, we've seen many highlights in and around our great city. On December 14, the city of Greater Geelong officially celebrated its 100th birthday as a proclaimed city, and many current and past city dignitaries gathered to mark the great occasion. The UCI World Racing Championships were presented in Geelong, with many unpredictable happenings occurring in the lead-up stages, including some very unexpected raging waters of the Barwon River down at the site of the specially built Bailey Bridge at Queen's Park Crossing in Newtown. While on the UCI Championships, here's what our Mayor, Councillor John Mitchell, had to say.
Yeah, look, it's been certainly it's been a fantastic event. There's, you know, we had 300,000+ people here for the 4 days. The UCI have said it's the best road cycling event that they've had, you know, and it's outstripped the people that have gone to them in Europe prior to. There was nothing, you know, logistically it was fantastic. The weather was great.
Former Premier John Brumby expressed his opinion on ambulance response times.
Rural ambulance service response times worsened last financial year. How concerned are you about that?
Well, I'm very concerned about that, and you know, we've got a great ambulance service. We've got rural paramedics. We've got about 1,000 of them, and they work hard. They work long hours. They do a great job. But we've had very strong increases in demand, I think, from an ageing population, from some of the flu that went through the population.
Chris Scott was appointed a new senior coach of the Geelong Football Club.
An exciting opportunity to coach any side in the AFL has been an ambition of mine, but to coach the Geelong Football Club, in my opinion, is the highest honour in the game for a coach.
Barwon Water eased water restrictions following long-awaited rains.
Well, there's three contributory factors. First of all, our water storages are now at 70% capacity, which is the healthiest they've been for 8 years. Secondly, the supply options that the government has implemented through the Central Region Sustainable Water Strategy, such as the Anglesey Borefield and the Melbourne Pipeline, which was commenced last week.
And the Round the Twist Aries Inlet Lighthouse Pathway was restored.
It's a joint project between our committee. We're contributing 15% of the funds, and DSE the remaining 50%.
Hope you enjoyed that small sample of News Geelong Reflections for 2010. This is the 100th program of News Geelong, as we go to a break and return with sport and weather after this.